away! I will kill you, you this foolish girl!
In the dead of night, under the flickering light of a kerosene lamp in the small mud brick hut of a Zinachi village, Rivers State, Nigeria, 16-year-old Adaora cowered in the corner, her heart pounding like the distant drums of a village festival gone wrong. Her cruel stepmother, Ifeoma, loomed over her like a vengeful spirit from the old Igbo tales, a sharp kitchen knife glinting in her hand. You worthless girl, you've ruined everything. Your father's money, my plans, my life. Ifeoma snarled, her eyes wild with rage, the air thick with the scent of palm oil and sweat. Adara's body ached from the day's beatings, bruises blooming like purple yams on her skin, but it was the hatred in Ifeoma's voice that chilled her to the bone. Why me? Adara thought, tears streaming down her face. Her real mother had died years ago, leaving her in this hell. As Ifeoma raised the knife, ready to strike, a cold wind swept to the room, extinguishing the lamp. In the darkness, a soft, ethereal glow appeared, a familiar face materializing like mist from the Niger Delta swamps. Mama, Adora whispered, her voice trembling with disbelief and hope. The ghost of her mother, Neka, hovered there, eyes filled with sorrow and fury. But how? Why now? The tension hung like a noose. Ifeoma froze, the knife trembling. What secret had brought Neka back from the grave? And would it be enough to save Adaora from the brink of death? Hold on, dear reader. This is just the beginning of a tale woven with heartache, mystery, and redemption. If you want to dive deeper into stories like this, subscribe now for more emotional journeys from the heart of Nigeria. Flashback to 5 years earlier, when Ezinachi village buzzed with the sounds of roosters crowing at dawn and women pounding yam in mortars that echoed like thunder. Adaora, then just 11, skipped along the red dirt paths, lined with mango trees heavy with fruit, her laughter mingling with the chatter of villagers trading. At the weekly market, her mother, Neka, was the village's beloved herbalist, known for her gentle hands that healed fevers with bitter leaf potions and her warm smile that lit up even the rainiest days. My little Adaora, star of my eyes, Neka would say, braiding her daughter's hair with colorful beads while telling stories of ancestors who watched over them from the spirit world. But fate, cruel as a harmattan wind, struck without warning. One evening, as the sun dipped below the oil palms, Neka collapsed while fetching water from the village stream, her body racked by a mysterious illness that no herbs could cure. The villagers whispered of poison, perhaps from jealous rivals envious of her skills, but no proof emerged. Adara knelt by her mother's bedside for days, holding her feverish hand, begging the gods of the river to spare her. Don't leave me, Mama, she sobbed, her small frame shaking. Neka's last words were a whisper. I will always protect you, my child, even from beyond. The funeral was a sea of wailing women in black wrappers, palm fronds waving in mourning. Adara's father, Chukwu, a hard-working fisherman who smelled of the sea and smoked fish, was shattered, his broad shoulders slumping under the weight of grief. Little did Adaora know this loss would open the door to a nightmare. As the months passed, Chukwu's loneliness grew, and whispers of remarriage began to circulate like gossip at the village borehole. Who would the new wife be, and what shadows would she bring? The curiosity built in Adaura's young mind, a mix of hope for a new family and fear of the unknown. The village of Ezinachi stirred with excitement when Chukwu announced his intention to remarry. It was the dry season, when the air crackled with dust and the Niger River ran low, exposing sandy banks where children played. Ifeoma arrived like a storm cloud on the horizon, a tall, sharp-featured woman from a neighboring village, with eyes like polished onyx and a tongue as sharp as a machete. She was known for her beauty, her intricate jewel head wraps, and her skill in weaving baskets that sold well at the Port Harcourt markets. But beneath it all, lurked a reputation for cunning. She will bring light back to our home, Chukwu declared at the family meeting, his voice hopeful but weary. Adaora, peeking from behind a curtain of cassava leaves, felt a chill despite the heat. Ifeoma's smile didn't reach her eyes when she looked at the girl. It was a predator's grin. The wedding was a grand affair. Goats slaughtered, palm wine flowing in calabashes, drummers beating rhythms that made the ground vibrate. Villagers danced under the stars, but Adara sat apart, clutching a faded photo of her mother, tears mixing with the dust on her cheeks. Why hair, Papa? She asked later, but Chukwu patted her head. Life must go on, my daughter. At first, Ifeoma played the part. Well, cooking a goosey soup laced with crayfish, mending clothes, even teaching Adaora to tie wrappers properly. But cracks appeared like fissures in parched earth. Small things, a forgotten chore leading to a slap, a spilled water pot ending harsh words. You're lazy, just like your mother, Ifeoma hissed one day, her voice dripping venom. Adaora's heart twisted. How dare she? Tension simmered as Ifeoma's true colors emerged. She favored her own schemes, whispering to Chukwu about selling land for quick money, ignoring Adaora's education. Whispers in the village grew. Was Ifeoma poisoning Chukwu's mind against his daughter? Adaora wondered, her curiosity turning to dread. Nights brought nightmares of her mother's ghost calling from the shadows, a foreshadowing of the battles ahead. Adaora's life in Ezinachi became a prison of subtle torments. Ifeoma's cruelty escalated slowly, like the rising waters of the rainy season flooding the lowlands. At 13, Adaora was pulled from the village school. No need for books when there's work to do, Ifeoma declared, her lips curling in disdain. Chukwu, weakened by long days on the river and Ifeoma's constant nagging, nodded weakly. Listen to your new mother, he said, avoiding Adaora's pleading eyes. The girl slaved from dawn to dusk, fetching water from the distant stream, pounding fufu until her arms ached, scrubbing the hut while Ifeoma lounged under the shade of the mango tree, fanning herself with a raffia fan. Bruises from accidental falls became common, hidden under long sleeves. One evening, as thunder rumbled like angry gods, Adaora overheard Ifeoma plotting with a shady trader from Port Harcourt. The girl stands in the way of our fortune, Ifeoma whispered, her voice a serpent's hiss. If she's gone, the inheritance is ours. Adaora's blood ran cold. Inheritance? Her mother's family land, rich with oil palms, was meant for her. Curiosity burned. What was Ifeoma planning? That night, alone in her mat on the floor, Adaora wept silently, remembering Neka's stories of protective spirits. Mama, if you're watching, help me, she prayed. The wind howled outside, carrying an eerie whisper that sounded like her mother's voice. Tension mounted as strange occurrences began, objects moving on their own. Ifeoma's screams in the night about ghosts. Was it real or Adaora's imagination? The emotional pull tugged at her heart, leaving her desperate for answers. Hey, reader, if this tale of heartbreak and mystery is gripping you, hit that subscribe button right now for more riveting stories straight from Nigerian villages. And don't stop there. Drop a comment below. What do you think Ifeoma's next move will be? Engage with me and let's build this community together. By age 14, Adaora's world shrank to the confines of the hut and the village paths, her dreams of becoming a teacher like her mother fading like morning mist over the river. Ifeoma's grip tightened. She spread rumors in the market, calling Adaora cursed and lazy, isolating her from friends. See how she brings bad luck, Ifeoma told the women at the borehole, her voice laced with false pity. Villagers began to avoid Adaora, crossing paths with wary glances. Chukwu, once a pillar of strength, grew distant, his fishing yields poor, as if the river spirits turned against him. It's the girl's fault, Ifeoma insisted, feeding him bitter potions she claimed were for health. Adaora noticed her father's paling skin, the cough that rattled like dry leaves. Suspicion grew. Was Ifeoma poisoning him too, just as whispers said she might have done to Neka. One fateful afternoon, during the harmattan when dust veiled the sun, Adara found a hidden vial under Ifeoma's mat, a dark liquid smelling of herbs and death. Her hands trembled as she replaced it, heart racing with curiosity and fear. That night a dream came. Neka appeared, translucent and sorrowful, pointing to the vial. Beware, my child, the ghost whispered. Adara woke sweating, the tension electric. Confront Ifeoma, tell her father. The emotional turmoil churned inside her, building to a breaking point. Strange signs multiplied. Footprints in the dust that vanished, cold spots in the heart. Ifeoma's paranoia grew, accusing Adaura of witchcraft. The village elders murmured of spirits unrested, adding layers of mystery. What ancient curse lingered? Adaura's resolve hardened, but danger loomed closer, her every step shadowed by uncertainty. In the heart of the wet season, when rains pounded the thatched roofs like relentless drums, Adaora uncovered more of Ifeoma's web. Sneaking into the storage room amid lightning flashes, she found letters hidden in an old tin box from Ifeoma to a lawyer in Port Harcourt. Transfer the land to my name once the old man is gone, one read. Adora's breath caught. The land was her mother's legacy, passed down through generations of women who tilled it with calloused hands. Tears mixed with rain on her face as she realized the depth of betrayal. Ifeoma wasn't just cruel, she was a thief of futures. Confronting her father that evening, Adora's voice shook. Papa, she's plotting against us. But Chukwu, frail and confused, waved her away. Nonsense, child. Ifeoma cares for us. Hurt stabbed deep. Had he forgotten Neka entirely? The emotional wound festered, Adaora feeling more alone than ever. Curiosity drove her to the village shrine, where the Dibia, medicine man, sat amid incense and cowrie shells. Your mother's spirit is restless, he intoned, eyes closed. She seeks justice. Adara left with a talisman, but tension escalated at home. Ifeoma caught her snooping one day, her slap echoing like thunder. You'll regret this, you little spy, she threatened. Nights brought more visitations, Neka's ghost flickering in mirrors, whispering warnings. The drama intensified as Ifeoma hosted secret meetings with outsiders, plotting to marry Adaora off to an old man for dowry. No, Adaora cried inwardly, her spirit rebelling. The curiosity piqued. How far would Ifeoma go? And when would the ghost intervene fully? As Adaora turned 15, the village of Ezinachi hummed with festivals, but her life was a shadow play of fear. Ifeoma's schemes accelerated. She convinced Chukwu to sign papers, diminishing Adaura's inheritance, claiming it for family unity. Adaura's protest fell on deaf ears, her father's health deteriorating, coughs turning bloody, eyes hollow. It's malaria, Ifeoma lied to the villagers, but Adaora knew better. Stealing moments, she brewed her mother's old remedies, slipping them into his food. Fight, Papa, she whispered, tears falling. One moonless night, the ghost appeared clearer, Neka in her favorite Ankara wrapper, eyes brimming with love. The poison is in her herbs, daughter. Save him. Adaura's heart soared and broke. Curiosity about her mother's death reignited. Had Ifeoma killed her? Digging through memories, Adaura recalled Ifeoma visiting before Neka's illness. Tension built as she confronted Ifeoma subtly, dropping hints. I know about the vial, she said one day. Ifeoma's face paled, then twisted in rage. You'll join your mother soon. The threat hung heavy, emotional scars deepening. Village gossip swirled, ghost sightings reported, Ifeoma blamed. Adaora found allies in old friends, sharing secrets under the baobab tree. But danger lurked. Ifeoma hired thugs from the city, whispering of accidents. Did she? Drama peaked in a storm when Chukwu collapsed, gasping. Adaora rushed to him, praying for Neka's aid. Would the ghost reveal all? The curiosity clawed at her. emotions raw as open wounds. The dry season returned, baking Ezinachi in relentless heat, mirroring the fire in Adaora's soul. With Chukwu bedridden, Ifeoma ruled unchecked, forcing Adaora into grueling labor, harvesting yams until blisters bled, selling at market for Ifeoma's profit. You're nothing without me, Ifeoma taunted, her cruelty a daily lash. But Adaora's spirit, fueled by ghostly whispers, grew defiant. She confided in the Dibia, who performed rituals with chicken blood and chants to summon Neka fully. The veil thins, he said. That night, in a trance-like dream, Neka revealed truths. Ifeoma, jealous of Neka's happiness, had poisoned her with a rare herb to claim Chukwu. She wants it all, landman, power. Adara awoke empowered, curiosity sated but tension soaring. She gathered evidence, stolen letters, the vial, hiding them in the forest. Ifeoma sensed the shift, her paranoia manifesting in locks on doors, watchful eyes. Emotional confrontations erupted. You're the curse! Ifeoma screamed, slapping Adaora, but the girl stood tall. Mama sees you. Strange events escalated, food spoiling instantly, Ifeoma screams of nightmares. Villagers intervened, calling a meeting. Spirits demand justice, an elder declared. Ifeoma denied all, but cracks showed. Adaora's heart pounded with hope and fear. Would exposure come? The drama built like gathering clouds, curiosity about the ghost plan, keeping her vigilant. Festivals lit Ezinachi with bonfires and masquerades, but Adaora's world burned with inner fire. Chukwu's condition worsened, his whispers confessing regrets. I failed you and your mother. Tears flowed as Adara forgave, vowing vengeance. The ghost appeared nightly now, guiding her. Confront her at the river. Tension mounted as Adara lured Ifeoma there under pretense of fetching water. I know what you did to Mama, Adara accused, voice steady. Ifeoma laughed maniacally. And what? No proof. But as winds whipped, Neka materialized, ethereal and accusing. You poisoned me for greed. Ifeoma shrieked, stumbling back. Villagers, drawn by screams, witnessed the spectacle. Emotional chaos ensued. Accusations, denials, tears. Ifeoma fled, but Adaora pursued, curiosity driving her. In the heart, evidence revealed, Chukwu rallied briefly to disown Ifeoma. The village banished her, but she vowed revenge. Adaora healing her father with love, but the threat lingered, building curiosity. Would Ifeoma strike fatally? As harmattan winds howled, Ifeoma's desperation peaked. Hiding in swamps, she plotted Adaora's demise, hiring assassins from Port Harcourt shadows. Adaora, now 16, felt the noose tighten, tension palpable in every rustle. Neka's ghost warned constantly, appearing in daylight glimpses. Stay strong, my child. Emotional bonds deepened as Adaora visited her mother's grave, pouring libations. Village support grew, elders protecting her, friends standing guard. But Ifeoma struck, poisoning the well, blaming Adaora. Chaos erupted, villagers divided, curiosity swirled. Was Adaora cursed? In a dramatic council, Neka manifested fully, exposing Ifeoma's deeds to all. Gasps filled the air. Ifeoma, cornered, confessed in terror. I did it for love, she wailed, but it was greed. Emotions overflowed, forgiveness debates, tears of relief. Chukwu, recovering, reclaimed his strength, disavowing Ifeoma forever. The ghost role sparked awe, curiosity about spirit worlds lingering. With Ifeoma exiled to distant lands, peace trickled back to Ezinachi like river after drought. Adaura reclaimed her life, returning to school, tending the land with renewed vigor. Chukwu mended, sharing stories of Neka, emotions raw but healing. She never left us, he said. Ghostly visits lessened, but Neka's presence felt in breezes, blooming flowers. Tension eased, but curiosity remained. Would Ifeoma return? Adaora grew into a strong young woman, teaching herbs to children, honoring her mother. Dramatic moments included festivals where spirits were celebrated, Adaora leading dances. Emotional depth came in quiet reflections, forgiveness for her father. Years blended, Adaora thriving amid village life. She married a kind fisherman, bore children who heard tales of their grandmother's ghost. Ifeoma's shadow faded, but lessons endured. Greed's poison, love's endurance. Thank you for journeying through this epic tale of loss, revenge, and redemption. If it moved you, subscribe now for more heart-stirring Nigerian stories and engage. Comment your favorite part or what you do in Adaora's shoes. Let's discuss.